The Fraser Island cleanup has been happening for over 20 years, and it's where four-wheel drive clubs and some of the companies that work in the four-wheel drive industry come out here for a weekend and clean up the beaches of Fraser Island. It's a massive effort. There's over 800 people get involved. You can't start a clean-up day without a good hearty breakfast on the beach with the dingoes, which you don't feed, I might add, and a view like that. Here's the Fraser Coast Four-Wheel Drive Club. They're just one of the many clubs that have come along today to be part of the whole cleanup. So they're going to be cleaning up from the Maheno here, heading north. And naturally, if you're here, well, you're going to get a big club photo. And this is the beauty of this sort of event. Yes, we're doing something good for the island. We're cleaning it up and all that, but we get to do it as a family. We get to do it with a whole bunch of friends and just have a whole heap of good time, four-wheel driving, camping, and cleaning up the beach.
We come up to do the clean-up every year so we can look after our big backyard. We're from the Fraser Coast and I've actually grown up there and love to give back to our community and our local region.
Tell me, Duke, why does C.A.O.S want to be, I think you're the diamond sponsor of the clean-up this year. So what's that all about for you guys?
Matt, for us it's about community and the environment. They're two simple factors. You know, we enjoy so much time out in this sort of environment, and you know, you want it to look better than when you arrive. With the onshore winds, a lot of it will blow over the dunes, so what you see on the beach itself isn't necessarily indicative of what's in the bush, right?
Yeah.
Matt, I've got to say we really like the research that comes out of this cleanup as well. Right. So Fraser Island or Fiku will collect all the rubbish from various zones along the beach and ultimately get an understanding of, you know, what's gathering where the majority of the rubbish is being washed up or being dumped. And of course, they're always looking for a source of origin too.
Of course,
so you can feed that back into, you know, where this stuff potentially comes from and improve it.
We've been coming up here since my daughter's been 4 years old and she's 26 now, so it's roughly 22 years we've been doing this.
To get involved in the cleanup, it doesn't matter what four-wheel drive you have, there's enough people around, and just get out, join a four-wheel drive club, have a look on Four-Wheel Drive Queensland site, see who's your local club or group who are associated, and just get out here, have fun. It's probably the best trip to get into four-wheel driving with, because there is a lot of people around to help you if you do have any issues. So.
And I'm absolutely amazed at the size rubbish people leave on the beach. Unfortunately, my bag's not big enough to get it in, so I'll get a bigger bag next time.
Look, it's a great community thing, great mate thing. We all come over and have a good time.
The Fraser Coast Four-Wheel Drive Club has a history of being involved with the cleanup since its inception, I believe. So we're very proud of that fact. So we have a really great contingent of members here on the island this weekend. Our youngest being 3 years old. We're very proud of her. She's out with her gloves and her vest, just like everybody else.
Mackenzie, where did you have your birthday? At Fraser Island. And did you go to Lake Mackenzie for a party? What else have you been doing this morning?
I've been looking at the washing.
Looking at the washing and picking up the rubbish. Have you been picking up rubbish?
Yeah.
Yeah, how much did you get? A whole bag?
No, two.
2 rubbishes. That's one more than I got. You know, my boys, they were out doing this stuff when they were little kids as well. And it's just fantastic seeing the next generation getting the right things taught into them at this age. Mackenzie's going to know that keeping the environment clean is paramount to her future for camping, and when she's got kids, they're going to be taught it. Brad is one of the leaders in the four-wheel drive community, and he holds a number of leadership roles, but in particular in this event, he's on the Fraser Island Cleanup Committee. So Brad, you're heavily involved in organising everything we're doing here this weekend, but tell me, what motivates you to do that?
The island's been here for thousands of years and we hope it stays pristine for thousands of years to come, and we get to enjoy this beautiful scenery. Thanks so much for all that you and the committee do to organise this event, because if you didn't do that, we wouldn't be able to come and help clean up Fraser Island. So thanks, mate. No, all good. We enjoy the place.
We are. Hey Pat, we've got to stop meeting like this, mate. It's good to have you up here at the Fraser Island Cleanup. How amazing is this weekend?
Mate, it's fantastic. I mean, just you come to a place where you think it is kind of already pristine and clean, and then you get out there into the sand dunes and the fore dunes, and there's a lot of stuff there.
There's an awful lot of rubbish. I mean, I think we've filled 2 big skip bins just at the dump point that I went to. You know, I just wanted to ask you the question. I know your journey as a journalist started right here on Fraser Island.
Well, mate, yes and no. It started just before at Rainbow Beach because I didn't even make it on to Fraser, unfortunately. I was driving my Series 2A Land Rover up to get onto Fraser for one of my first big four-wheel drive trips, and I didn't make it, mate. I got stuck on the rocks. No one wanted to pull me out, and king tide later, body off the chassis of the car literally got smashed up against the rocks, and it was game over for me. But
yeah,
it was there was a silver lining, mate. I wrote a yarn for it for 4x4 Australia magazine, and they published it, sent me some money, and I went, all right, you can actually get a career doing this stuff. This is awesome. So yeah, you're right, mate. No, it is exactly up around here is where it all started for me. Yeah,
it's great to see all of the four-wheel drive clubs, the Four-Wheel Drive Association, and just general companies like, we've got all these companies up here having their little displays who are all, and you guys as well with your Club 4x4, supporting this stuff. I really love that community sense.
And that's what you get when you cruise around here. I think if more people could come here, and because I mean the thing is with four-wheel driving, as much as we focus on these things, it's not about the four-wheel drive, is it? It's
not really.
It's about getting out there and getting into nature and having those relationships with people out there on the tracks. And I think when you do join a club and you do involve yourself and give back a little bit like this, like we're doing this weekend, it's a warm and fuzzy, awesome event. It makes you feel good.
It doesn't matter where you're watching this video in the world, let's keep the world clean. Wherever we go four-wheel driving and camping, pick up that beer bottle, take your beer bottles home, take your rubbish home. Hey, let's face it, if you can take it into the bush to go camping, you can take it home with you, don't you reckon? All right, let's keep our world beautiful. I'm Mad Matt, stay safe on the trails.